Okay, perfect. Now it's working. So let's make a quick recap of what I have been talking. So essentially, we have this custom API data feed that is going to store the price, that is going to request to the API URL and just store the price. Here we have a limitation. If you can see, we are storing just the response that has to be a text and has to be the price that we are looking for. So we cannot have like a dictionary or a complex response here. It has to be just a price. So here's the first limitation of this feature that I personally I don't like it. And I think that if you want to really integrate with an external source, you can code your custom script or your custom way to manage the price, because for this you will need to code your custom API, and you cannot subscribe to I don't know, a data feeder or a service that provides the price for you directly. You will need to make an intermediate step. But well, also, well, this is we're storing the response here, and we have some configurations. As you can see, what you have to change in the config, it has to be somewhere here. Price type, well, this price type is going to be now the custom price that you are going to use. And then here, this asset price delegate, that is the one that we are going to use to get the price. As you can see, is going to check if it's the last trade or, well, inventory cost, and then the last thing is going to get price by type. And well, this is PYX, so that's why we cannot see it, but this get price by type. If we check the API asset price delegate, here we have the custom API feed, that is this class that I showed you before, that is this one. So this is how it's getting the price, the custom API feed get price, and this is the price that you are getting. One important thing is that screen not showing. No. The screen is not showing. Sorry. Okay. Now? Okay, now it should work. Okay, so as I was mentioning, this pure market making has this asset price delegate, and here we can have the price by type. So this asset price delegate is this API asset price delegate that is using this custom API data feed that I mentioned before here. One important thing is that this loop that we are getting here, that is getting the price, is going to request the price every update interval. So if the update interval is 5 seconds, this component, because all the loop that is fetching the price is asynchronous, is going to fetch the price, update the price in the local variable, and sleep until the next time that we need to ask for the price. So essentially, when the pure market making is saying, hey, give me the price, it's not going to request that price to the API. It's going to use the local value that you stored in this class for the price. So that is another important thing to to review and to set up a proper update interval. No, normally you would like to set up an update interval that is very close to the tick size that you are using, because if not, suppose that the update interval is 5 seconds and your tick size is 1 second, you're going to use the same information of the price the 5 seconds, the first 5 seconds. So this is an important thing to review too. So well, how we can configure this strategy or this a strategy that is using this feature. I'm going to open another terminal. Well, here we have the terminal. As you can see, every time that we are hitting a request, if I hit again, boom, I'm going to receive another line here. This is one, but well, I can show the screen at the same time. But well, now let's open a new terminal and let's go to Hummingbot. And now let's run it. So well, here we have to let's create a simple pure market making strategy. So create pure market making, Binance paper trade, I don't know, BTC USDT, 5% and 5%, because we don't want to trade, just place orders around this new price. Let's refresh the orders every 30 seconds. The amount of BTC per order, let's define like that, and it will be config pure market making 5. If we run config now, we can see that the price type is mid price and the price source is current market. And then also we don't have any stored anywhere the API that we want to ask for the price. So we can change that, like config price source, this is one, and here says which price source do you want to use, the current market, the external market, or the custom API. Here we have to say we want to use the custom API, and then says enter pricing API URL. Remember that you cannot put any API that is returned in a dictionary, and that's why I don't like so much this feature, because you have to only retrieve the price. You don't have the information about which trading pair is and anything else. You just have to retrieve the price. With Fast API, you can code it very easily. We just retrieve one price. But remember that it's not generic. You cannot use any API. You have to use an API that is retrieving just the price. And well, my recommendation is to code your custom script if you want to do something more custom. But well, for now, it says enter pricing API URL. So here we have to copy this. That is the pricing URL that we are using. And okay, now we have this configuration. Now if you run config again, you can see that we have this custom API with the endpoint that we asked. So now it's time to run the script, the strategy, sorry. And as you can see, it's running, it's creating 2 orders. How we can check if the price is the one that we want, and if is placing the right orders? We can run just status live, and as you can see, we can see that the best ask and best bid is changing because the market is changing all the time. But this price custom that we have here is 16847, is the same price that we define in our custom API. So our bot is using the information that we want to trade in the market. And then the next thing, I don't know if is there anybody with a calculator. But if you do 16847 multiplied by 0.95, that will be the 5%. Well, I can do it with my Mac. So we 16847 multiplied by 0.95. Sorry, 987. Is giving me $16,004.75. That is the same price that I have the buy order. So we can say that the script is working as intended and is using this reference price that we calculated, that we are getting from the custom API. So that is how this price source feature with a custom API works for pure market making. Remember that we have an issue right now in the code base that this feature is not working, but it's a simple fix that I submitted yesterday that is going to be merged in development probably the next week. We have to review it, and QA has to test it a little bit, but it's going to be ready probably the next week, and you can download the latest development version and start using this feature. So, well, just to make a quick recap of the different steps that we have done. First of all, we created this API. As you can see, these are all the requests that the bot is doing. The update interval is every 5 seconds, so we can see that every 5 seconds we have a new request, and it's all okay. So, well, every time that we receive a new request, the bot is going to update. So here we have the API. So the bot is going to ask for the API, which is a new price. It's going to store that price in this local variable of price that we have here in the custom API data feed. And the pure market making strategy, when it's getting the price to do the computations of the strategy, is using that price to use it in the strategy. It's going to use that price as the new mid price. So, well, that's all. We can see the reference price number here. We can also see that is placing the order as expected. Well, that's essentially how it works. I don't know if you have any question about it. Also, another thing is that the spread is calculated with this reference price, so it's not calculated with the current mid price. And there are a lot of things that can be improved with this. I think there is a feature that not a lot of people is using, but well, the important thing for me, and the most valuable thing that probably you are going to get from this call, is that you can create a custom data feed for your scripts or for your strategies. You have this network base that is the same that I'm using here in the candles data feed. That is in the other branch, so you cannot see it now, but it's going to be ready probably soon, an MVP. But then we can code the last version or a more professional version of the candles. Well, basically this network base is going to have a check of the network with a health endpoint that is going to see if it's working properly or not, and also it's going to have a synchronous task that is, in this case, fetch price loop, that is going to is a while true, because the task that will be forever running, and is going to sleep every an update interval. So with these things you can do whatever you want. You can consume information from different sources and then use that information in your scripts. So well, that's all about this feature. I hope that you like it, it's useful for you. And well, that's all for today. Well, as I mentioned, Merry Christmas for all of you, and also I hope that you have a very good end of the year with your families. Well, we can start the next year. We are very happy in Hamibot for this year, for all the things that we accomplished, and we hope that for the next year we have a much more better year too. So well, thank you very much all. Remember that the next year we start with just one monthly dev call and one community call every month. So well, that's all. Well, thank you very much.